Andy, we bumped into one another last weekend where you were organising a white collar fight for the charity. What was the chosen charity?
Chosen charity was KidScan. It's a local Salford-based kids cancer charity who are there to try and develop safer treatments for kids with cancer. So it's a worthy cause and local as well. So
and you're going to be working with them in the future, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got another boxing event May 24th here at the AJ Bell Stadium. So yeah, we're going to try and raise as much money as we can for these guys. And
that one I refereed in was your first event?
First event we ever organised, went down really well. We had 750 people turn up. We had 11 good fights, so it was a really good night, successful night as well.
Raised a fair bit of money for them?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, not as much as we liked. The auction didn't go too well, but in general, you know, we made a few quid, and we're going to use them again for the next charity.
Crazy, a boxing event. Yeah. And it's the football memorabilia that sells better than the boxing.
That's it. Well, the Man City stuff didn't sell, but the Man U stuff sold. But yeah, the Tyson shorts and the anti-Joshua glove, they didn't make as much money as we'd like to. So hopefully next time we'll you know, make a few extra quid for them.
Yeah. Well, obviously I was really surprised when I seen you there, because I kept looking at you and I'm thinking, I know that face. No, I couldn't place it. And but then you said to me, oh yeah, I've done a bit of athletics. And then I thought, hey, I'm athletics. And I'm right, it was 2010 when you become Commonwealth and European gold medalist?
Yeah, well 2006 I won the Commonwealth bronze and the European bronze. And then 2010 I won the European gold and the Commonwealth gold. And then 2011 a world bronze. So I had a pretty good innings. I went to 3 Olympics. Athens my first when I was 23. Beijing 4 years later, and then London. I was living in London as well, so home Olympics. In 2012, so it's pretty special.
You've travelled around, because are you from Nottingham originally?
I am, yeah, born and raised in Nottingham, spent 18 years there, moved to Loughborough for a couple of years, met a girl, moved to Surrey, Essex, Surrey, spent a bit of time there, moved to Surrey, or South London, and then...
And the girl you met, is that the girl you married now to?
Yeah.
And she's from here, isn't she? She's from Manchester?
Yeah, from Manchester initially, and then she moved, her and her family all moved down to London. And then over the years, the family kind of gradually filtered back, and I'd retired from athletics, so there was nothing really keeping me there anymore. So just thought, why not move to Manchester?
Well, you retired what, 2014 from athletics?
I did, yeah.
So when we reverted back to boxing, because this is where we met, when most boxers retire, they tend to put their feet up and get fat. But not you. You go into competitive bodybuilding? I
did, yeah. Well, it's fitness modelling, so not like fully massive, but like really ripped and defined, and super low body fat. But the thing is with me, I've had 10, 12 years as a professional athlete. Every year I went to train, every day I went training. That was my life, that was my work. So then all of a sudden I retire, and it's like, well, what do? I need a reason. I wanted to keep fit, I didn't want to get out of shape. So my brother competed in bodybuilding, so I just kind of followed what he did really, and then started competing, and I did well actually. I won I won a couple of pro cards, which meant I could have competed in a pro league.
Yeah.
So I did all that, and then I did it for a couple of years. But you know, every meal you're eating out of a Tupperware box, and it's very regimented. And I kind of just got past being so regimented, so I decided to retire, and that's when I discovered boxing, just completely randomly.
Well, you're now working for Multifit, which is based here at the AJ Bell Stadium. Which came first, the boxing or working with this Multifit?
Boxing. So. A friend of mine did a white collar fight, and the fact I went to watch him, and I'd never considered getting in the ring. It's never. I love boxing, but I never thought I'd do it. But the fact that he did it, it made me think, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So I signed up for a fight in London, and then a couple of weeks later, I saw on Twitter that Spencer Oliver was doing Boxing with the Stars, and somebody had dropped out, and they're looking for an ex-athlete or a footballer or something to fight. So I just texted him and said, well, I'll do it. I'd never boxed, 2 weeks training, did the fight. I beat the guy up for 2 rounds, but then in the 3rd round, I died the worst death you've ever seen. I had nothing left, and I never understood how hard it was going to be until that day. So I lost that fight, and then decided that was it. I'm going to get back in the ring again. Trained really hard, and then I've won all my fights since then.
So the loss gave you the inspiration to go forward?
Yeah, I've never known a feeling like it where I felt so useless and I couldn't even lift my arms, and I'm just in the ring just getting my head nodded like that.
How fit you have to be for just 6 minutes of action.
I was fit to run 100 metres and I could rep that all day long, but you get me in that ring and I just, my chest was so tight, I was hurt. I actually had like a chest infection for like a couple of weeks later. It was really bad. I was struggling in that ring and I hated feeling useless. I've never had that feeling before in my fitness life where I just had nothing to give. And I vowed that if I ever fight again, I'm never going to have that feeling again. So now if I set myself a target or a fight, I will train, you know, 200% and give it everything I've got.
You mentioned it, I was totally surprised. You had a fight with Dwayne Chambers.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so it was in London again.
He was the 100 metres absolute beast of an animal.
Yeah, he was a big old lump, Dwayne was. But again, like a celebrity charity got in touch with me and said, "Do you want to fight in an event? We want you to fight Dwayne Chambers." And I was like, Dwayne was my hero growing up. You know, he was a big old lad, and I was on the team with Dwayne, and I really liked him. He was a good mate. So when he said it, I was like, oh, a bit scared about this, but yeah, I'll have that. So we got the fight lined up, and it went well. He went the 3 rounds. I won each round. Ended up literally fell out of the ring twice. It broke his cheekbone as well, and I ended up winning the fight. So it was good. It was good. I enjoyed that one. There was a big crowd.
You know, when you have that fear factor, which you were talking about there, you know, getting in with someone like that, I suppose that's what makes the victory all the more, you know, better. You know?
Yeah, and it was publicised all over the kind of the athletics world as well. So there's a fair bit of pressure on it between myself and Dwayne. But yeah, you know, we both went into the fight. We both trained 100%. I was training with Colin Lyons, professional boxer. He was training with another professional coach. So we were both. Yeah, we were both giving it everything, and yeah, look, fortunately enough, it went my way.
Yeah, no, it was like I say, obviously you were just emceeing on the night when I came down there. Did a really good job of that.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, like I say, for a great cause. Is it something that you plan to eventually fight again?
Yes, I am going to fight. I do a bit of training now at Matt Hatton's gym over in Stockport.
Yeah, no,
so I'm looking at jumping on one of their cards in July. They're actually going to put a ring in the middle of Stockport Football Club. So like
so no pressure there.
A stadium fight, yeah. So like Frampton, that's always stadium fights like that. So yeah, I'm going to jump on a fight in July. I'm off on holiday next week, so when I get back from there, it's all guns blazing to July, yeah.
Yeah, Andy, based in the northwest area, and you was talking about, you know, training with Matthew Hatton.
Yeah.
We've got some amazing fighters based in the northwest. I mean, the northwest for me is dominating world boxing. You know, regular occurrences in the Echo and the Manchester Arena. You know, we've got some of the best fighters from all over the world coming here to fight here, to defend their titles, to fight for titles. Have you got any one that you look around and watch now and think, yeah, he's the man?
Well, do you know what? I'm a big fan of Carl Frampton. I went to the fight against Warrington. I was there in the crowd.
What a fight!
And it was a fantastic fight. And the way he handled himself, you know, it was. I was just left in awe. It kind of inspired me to get back in the ring again. So there is loads of fighters up here that, you know, I'm still new to boxing, so I'm still getting to grips with like who's who.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Frampton fight that really got me going.
We was talking before, and I was saying, would you ever contemplate? I know you're 38, nearly 39 coming up. Well, is that end of the year? You're 39.
September, yeah.
So I think you're allowed to box amateur until you're 40.
Yeah.
Would that not something you'd love to, you know, with the competitive side of you? Is that not something you'd love to give a go?
It is something I've thought about. My missus would absolutely hate me for doing it because I've had a whole lifetime of professional sport, so she wants me to retire, full stop. But I definitely would look into it, but it's just still quite new to me now. I haven't done loads of training. I haven't had many fights. I love it though. I absolutely fall in love with it. It's something I wish that I'd discovered.
It's very addictive, isn't it?
It is, 100%. That feeling of, you know, getting your hand raised, it's a fantastic feeling, and I do wish I'd discovered boxing as soon as I retired, rather than going into bodybuilding.
Well, you know, these people we was talking before on the white collar fights that we did last weekend, you know, when we raised their hands, I know it's not the same, but it is the same as, you know, when you got when you stood on that podium,
yeah.
you know, you receive your gold medals and your bronze medals and, you know, and your titles. You know, it's equivalent to that sometimes. I know it's at a totally different level, but it's a very personal thing, isn't it?
It is. In athletics, it's that was my job. The amount of pressure I had on me every single race going into it. So it's almost like a relief to win the gold medal. But yet, when I had my hand raised for my fights, it's like, what? That's a buzz. That's an absolute buzz.
I suppose the only thing you were missing there was a national anthem playing in the background.
Yeah.
I think that must be special as well for you, though. Eh?
No, it is. You know, I trained my whole life to have that national anthem played. So when I won my gold medals, you know, it's just all those years of pain and training and hard work and dedication and sacrifice. It just finally makes it worth it, because it's like any sport. It's never a smooth ride. It's always a good race.
You suffered with a lot of injuries, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I had 3 surgeries on my Achilles tendons. I partially ruptured them. I went into World Championships in really good form, and then 4 days before the race, I popped my hamstring. So it's a cruel sport, but it's one of those sports where you can have 20 bad races, and then all of a sudden you have one race, and it just goes perfectly, and it makes everything worthwhile. I mean, the years I won my gold medals, the year itself was terrible. I didn't do very well. I shouldn't have won the medals. And I was thinking, I'm doubting myself. Am I good enough? Can I do this? Do I want to do it anymore? Is the sacrifice away from my 3 kids worth it? And then the moment you cross the line and you know you've won the race, it's just unreal when you're in a stadium, you know, of 60,000 people, and you got your national, your flag round and you're doing your lap of honour. It's one of them feelings that it's just undescribable. Just
why the 110 metre hurdles? Because I mean, it's technically it's a very hard event. You know, running fast. It's hard. That's the level you're running at, but the 100 metres is a lot easier than the 110 metre.
Yeah.
So why was you just a natural? Was it something that you could?
To be honest, I kind of fell into it because my brother, he took up hurdles, and obviously sibling rivalry, I just wanted to beat my brother. So he was actually 4th in the country when he was 15, 16, so he was good at it as well. And like I say, I just wanted to beat him, but I was a quick sprinter, but I was never going to break 10 seconds. I ran 10.2 for the 100 metres, and it was quick, but it wasn't.
How many British athletes have there, was there?
There's about 5 or 6 of them currently, but I wasn't going to win a medal, whereas I knew I had the ability, a natural ability to get over a hurdle well, and some people just don't have that movement, that agility, the coordination to hurdle, whereas for me it just seemed quite natural, and I wanted to be a sprinter. I enjoyed the hurdling, putting 2 together, bang, there we go, 110 hurdles.
I was saying before, I bet you were one of those natural sporty people that could turn your hand to anything.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 11 I got signed to Notts County footballer. I ended up playing at Wembley twice when I was 11 at the old Wembley. And then I got offered an England trial at rugby because I was quick and I used to take the conversions. I had a good boot on me.
So you could have been the new Johnny Wilkinson?
Possibly, yeah. It makes me think maybe I should give it a try. But you know, I'm crap at golf. I'm crap at quite a lot of other stuff.
That makes me happy then.
Yeah, I'm terrible at all that. But yeah, the sports that kind of put a bit of time into, I seem to be able to have a natural level of sportsmanship.
So you basically talk about sports where you're competing against someone else. Those are ones that bring you out of you, bring out that competitive side of you.
That's it. The thing is I am competitive when it comes to what I want to do, but you know, I'll play my kids at the Wii or something, I'll play a game of chess or play a game of pool, and I don't care if I win or lose, I'm not arsed. But yeah, on the line or in the ring against Dwayne Chambers, who's my friend, it's literally kill or be killed. Yeah. And that's, I just have a very ton of vision.
It's a hard thing to work out that, you know, for people who've never boxed before. But you know, some of my best fights or in the ring were with my mates.
Yeah.
You know, sparring sessions, unbelievably. So people who couldn't believe we were friends, and some of the videos I film of people sparring with one another, you wouldn't believe the best mates.
Yeah, and it's mad. I mean, me and Dwayne, I spent a lot of time doing training camps, competitions, championships, and even before the fight, you know, we're having a laugh and a joke, but the moment that first bell rang, I wanted to rip his head off. And you know, once the fight's finished, shake his hand, let's go and have a drink and have a chat. You know, he's got bruises, I've got bruises, and we're mates again. But for those,
we were talking about Jamie Moore and Matthew Macklin won the fight of the year, you know, and you know, people didn't realise them two were really, really good mates before the fight.
Mad,
you know, and even better mates now.
Really?
You know, so
well, that's the thing. That's something that I've noticed as well. The kind of camaraderie and the bond you make with somebody, even when you're sparring, it's something that I've not felt before, because athletics is very individual. But even when you have a good spar, and it's mad, you think about it, oh, great punch, you twatted me right nice on the chin there, and you shake hands and you go, oh, it's good here. And I've never even considered that. But you know, the people that I fought, I'm still in touch with. They're all my friends, and they will be friends for life, because you've just shared a little bit of time in the ring trying to kick the shit out of each other. But it's a bonkers concept, but it's an addictive concept, and I want to get in there again, do it again.
We can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm ready for it now. I want to go off and training.
Right, well listen, it's been a pleasure spending the day down here with you. Like I say, fantastic gym upstairs.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It was a fantastic show, and that was your first one like we spoke about before, so I presume they're only going to get better. Your next one, you said March 24th?
May 24th.
May the 24th,
May 24th,
sorry.
yeah.
March 24th.
That's just gone.
But fantastic show, fantastic day, and I've really enjoyed it down here, and I look forward to perhaps seeing you in the ring next.
You will. Brilliant, good stuff.
Alright Andy, take care.
Cheers,
bye bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.